Hello all you psychos and sirens out there, Ken the Human here, and welcome to my channel. I've got a Borderlands 2 pearlescent weapon showcase for you guys here. Since I did it on number 1, I figured I'd do it on number 2. And I'm going to tell you guys straight up, right up off the top, off the bat, that the pearls in number 1 are way more rare and way more difficult to get than in number 2. In number 2, you get them from legendary loot midgets and tubbies. What else? There isn't any pearlescent shields, and there is in number 1, which is kind of sucky. But let's go ahead and get into this. The first one we have here is the Butcher. The Butcher is actually a returning weapon from Borderlands 1. It is a legendary in Borderlands 1. I have 1, 2, 3. This is actually the max damage one. I've got a slag one and a shock one. So, the Butcher is a legendary, geez Louise, pearlescent shotgun made by Hyperion. It has just a super crazy fire rate. If you couldn't tell just then. But I think the version in number 1 would shoot its whole clip. I am not too sure what the special attribute is on number 2 for the Butcher, but let's move on here. Next we have the Avenger, and the Avenger is also another returning weapon from Borderlands 1, but in Borderlands 1 it was a combat rifle, and it was a single shot combat rifle. And on number 1, TDR's thing was ammo regeneration, not when you reload you throw it. Like I'll show you here. So that's pretty cool. When you do the Avenger, it actually shoots when you throw it. Kind of like how the Deliverance does. And then I have a fire one that I just showed in this shock one.
That is lovely.
And a normal one. So yeah, that's pretty cool, the old Avenger. And then, beautiful. I have already done my 2 for Unforgiven showcase, and here we have the Unforgiven. The Unforgiven is a return weapon from Borderlands 1 as well, and it was a legendary in Borderlands 1. It had 200% critical hit damage. This one has 500%, but it doesn't say it. So one of the hidden attributes that the Unforgiven has. The Unforgiven is a pretty good sniper pistol. The only thing that sucks about it is the fire rate. You know, on Borderlands 1, when you had Mordecai, you had the Gunslinger class mod. So when you had the Unforgiven, you could make it shoot faster, even though it had a pretty crappy fire rate. But yeah. That's the old Unforgiven. Now we've got the Tunguska, which is a Torg rocket launcher. It's pretty sucky, because when you shoot it, it like shoots and then it goes up in the air and blows up again. You can kind of see it there. I actually got this in a chest not too long ago, and I was showing it off and shooting it, and I downed myself because of how it shoots. Kind of a weird shot pattern for a rocket launcher. I really don't know too much about it, honestly. I really don't. So we'll move on to the next one. We have the Stalker, which is a returning weapon from Borderlands 1, and it was a pearlescent in number 1, so that's pretty cool. We've got the Vengeful Stalker, and what the Stalker does is it has ricocheting bullets, which was the same special thing for it in Borderlands 1. Basically, you're gonna want to use the Stalker in any type of close quarters situation, so you know they will ricochet off the walls, and the bullets will ricochet off the walls and hit the enemies. And I actually have 2 of these. You can get the DVA version, which will give you ×2. I actually have it, but it's level 72. I don't know how hard I want to go farming for it at level OP8. But yeah, the Stalker. So let's go on to the next one. The Wanderlust. The Wanderlust is actually one of the newer pearlescents that was added with you know, the Ultimate Vault Hunter Upgrade Pack 2 with the Destruct Peak and all that, and you can only get this from the Tubbies. And what the Wanderlust does is it's kind of like a dart, or a homing dart. Like, you can't really tell without any enemies, but it doesn't matter if you shoot up in the sky, or, you know, behind, or in front of you and the enemies are behind you, the bullets will find out the enemy, kind of like heat-seeking missiles, you know, or homing bullets. It will find the target even though you don't have to point at it. So that's the kind of cool thing about the Wanderlust. Okay, let's move on here.
That is lovely.
We got the Saw Bar, which is a bandit pearlescent assault rifle. As far as I know it'll always be fire. A lot of people use it with the gun Zerker and hold the Ahab in one hand and this in the other, kind of like the Flacker and the Ahab. I don't know how good of an assault rifle it is. I've never really used it. As far as I'm concerned, and a lot of people are concerned, most of the pearlescents suck in number 1 or in number 2, excuse me. But I've never really used assault rifles, period. So I couldn't really pass judgment on this one, but most of the pearls do suck. But moving on to the next combat rifle is the Bearcat. And it is a dull assault rifle that shoots like, let's see here. Yeah, it shoots like a row of grenades pretty much. Yep, let's go on to the next one, which is the Becca, and it is a Jacobs pearlescent assault rifle. kind of like the Hammer Buster, the legendary, I would say. No, it's a single shot, you know how Jacobs are, fire rate is as fast as you can pull the trigger type of thing. I really haven't, like I just said, I'm not a assault rifle guy on Borderlands 2, so I haven't really used it that much. But it does have a pretty cool looking skin there.
Wow.
Moving on, we've got the Carnage. And I've gotten the Carnage legitimately before, but this one I had a buddy drop to me because it was the casual Carnage. It is the best version of it. The Carnage is a returning weapon from Borderlands 1 as well. It actually was a normal gun, you know, just a common. It wasn't even a unique. The Carnage would, I wouldn't say spawn, but when you got it to drop, it would say, even not even red text, it says, holy crap, this thing shoots rockets, and that's what it was. It was a shotgun that shot rockets, and you could get, like, I think the Bulldog and a few other legendary shotguns in Borderlands 1 to spawn with the Carnage barrel, and that's what it would say on the card is, holy crap, it shoots rockets. This one says, it shoots rockets. Pretty cool shotgun. And you're gonna want the casual prefix so you can get that ×3, you know, the max damage of it. Moving on, we got the Storm. The Storm is a pearlescent Mal 1 sniper rifle. It will always be shock. It kind of has a pretty cool shot pattern to it. It like shoots one big orb and then little orbs spawn off of it. Pretty cool sniper rifle. Last but not least, we have the Godfinger, which is one of those newer pearls that I was talking about that you can only get from the Tubbies that was implemented when they did the Raid of Digistruck Peak. I'm not too sure what its special thing is, really, or, you know, how powerful it is. I don't know too much about it. It is pretty cool looking, like the Becca has that kind of cool looking skin there, but that's it for this showcase, you guys. I just wanted to say thank you to everybody and my subscribers, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. This is, you know, my Borderlands 2 pearlescent weapon showcase. I figured I would come back to old Firestone here in Borderlands 2 like I did in Borderlands 1 and go ahead and do up the showcase. So yeah, we'll see ya.